All right, it's September 11th. I am 14 days since I overseeded, and this is what it's looking like. It's pretty good. I'll just be honest with you, especially with just one mow on it. Still got a few little spots that's thin. I've got to do that today, but so I'm going to talk to you about fungicide, using a fungicide on new grass. So stick around here and we'll get into discussing this. Alright, so fungicide on new grass. It's a pretty hot topic. Most people think fungicide is going to harm new grass, and that's absolutely incorrect. 100%. I do this every single year. I do it at seeding, and like I said, we're 14 days after. There's absolutely no harm in doing this if you're applying it per the label and you're calibrated correctly. So this is what I'm going down with today. This is mefanoxam. This is for Pythium. And let me go ahead and say this. I give you an example here. New grass is like a newborn baby. It's very susceptible to getting sick and problems. A newborn baby don't have an immune system built up yet. Baby grass don't have an immune system, so it's prone to getting sick. And normally when you're dealing with new grass, especially fescue, your main concern is Pythium, dampening off, because you're keeping it wet constantly, and the other one is gray leaf spot, and that's also because you're keeping it wet constantly. So this is mefanoxam. This is for Pythium and dampening off. This is azoxystrobin. This is what I use it for, is brown patch, gray leaf spot. This does not treat any kind of dollar spot or any dollar spot. So this is just another mode of action to mix with these three. Pythium is on the label for this, but I have not experienced any luck with this really with Pythium. So mefanoxam is my choice. Expensive, but that's what works. This right here is just a generic Cleary's 3336 TM 4.5, exact same thing, exact same ingredients, exact same percent. This is the best for gray leaf spot, and this does treat dollar spot also. It's kind of crappy for brown patch. It is on the label, but it's pretty crappy for that. So that will handle brown patch. It's excellent. But like I mentioned, I do this all the time. If you don't do this, then in my opinion, you're just taking a chance. You know, why do all this hard work and then it rains a ton and then it heats back up and you applied a ton of nitrogen? There you go, right there. That's and new grass. That's just asking for trouble. So, you know, I've got about 2.5 to 3 inches of rain coming this weekend. So, you know, I don't want to take a chance of something happening. I haven't applied hardly any nitrogen. I applied 1/10 of a pound when I seeded, and I applied 1/10 of a pound through my fertigation, and I'm getting ready to apply another 1/10 of a pound now. So, you know, I also want to mention, you know, you can use these when you seed. This right here is no good for seed. This is for mainly, it's just gray leaf spot. So if you've got existing grass and you're doing an overseed, what I like to do is I spray that the day before I overseed. That's going to protect the existing grass from gray leaf spot. These two, I spray these when I get done seeding, and I water them in. That way, you know, they're systemic, so it comes up from the roots through the leaves. So it's going to protect your old grass, and then when the new grass comes up, the roots of the new grasses, you know, when this is in the soil, the roots of the new grass is going to take it up, and it's going to spread throughout the plant. So this is what I'm going out with today on this spray. Mixed it with the fungicide. This is a biostimulant. It's called Adam's Earth. It's got some micronutrients in it, some kelp, some humic. It's got hormones in it, amino acids, fulvic acid, all the B vitamins. This is another biostimulant. It's called Impulse. It's very little nitrogen, 6% nitrogen, and you know, it's a amino acid also, and a salicylic acid mix. Stress. That's all these biostimulants are good for. You're not going to see any kind of response, any color response. You know, it's just there's so little amounts of nitrogen in that one particular. You know, I'm not looking to see a response out of this. You might see a little response out of this with the micros, and it's got a little iron and stuff in it. It's not going to be anything major. It's not going to give you any kind of response like if you was to put down, you know, a good amount of nitrogen. This is solely for stress and helping rooting. So this right here is a 2900. It's 29% nitrogen. It is 50% fast release, 50% slow release. It's also got some micros in it, just a touch of iron. I'll be going out with 1/10 of a pound of nitrogen with this. And this right here is just a adjuvant. It's a canopy penetrating agent, drift control agent, non-ionic surfactant, and I think everybody knows what that is, just to help it stick. And it also, this one actually controls drift when you're spraying, and it works excellent, I will say that. But that's what I'm doing. I really wanted to make this video about the fungicide. As I mentioned before, if you're not doing this, I think you're screwing up. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to give you protection on new grass. You can also do a granular fungicide. You can do it at seeding, and you can do it once the grass comes up. If I was going to pick a granular fungicide, I would use Headway G. That's azoxystrobin and propiconazole. I do not know if they make a granular fungicide for mefanoxam. Let me just tell you this: a lot of seed, coated seed, I think even Scott's seed is coated with mefanoxam. That blue coating, I'm pretty sure that's got fungicide, that's mefanoxam in it. So, you know, if the seed's coated with it, it ain't gonna hurt the grass. So, I'm not sure if I'm gonna film me spraying this. I may, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. You know, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.